What's up, guys? Back for another Honkai Star Rail video. In this video, we're going to talk about the best unit in the game, in my opinion, and a unit that everyone should definitely have. And this unit is definitely going to be rerunning sometime soon. Now, you might be wondering what the unit is. It's not Su Shang, unfortunately. Obviously, I'm going to go over to the unit in a second. But this unit is so incredibly good. I don't even have their light cone, and they're already just as good as I need them to be. And that unit is, of course, the one and only Fu Xuan. Now, Fu Xuan just does it all, right? If, by the way, if you're wondering, for anyone says anything, why she's at 133 speed, it's because I never actually got around to changing her planet ornament orb. I needed to get one with speed, and I totally just never did that because I was building other characters. So at least I know what I'm doing for my weeklies because I still have one more run of Simulated Universe. So that's fun. But regardless of that, my Fu Xuan is using Jeopard's light cone and not her own because I never went for it. This one, all it does is increases her defense. Bacteria doesn't matter. And then when she is attacked, she gains an extra 24 defense and has a more chance of getting hit, right? So my Fu Xuan isn't even at her full potential. She's only E0. Bare bones Fu Xuan, right? Now, Fu Xuan is so good because one, she's a sustain unit, right? And these are going to be the most important, best aging characters in the game because you will always need to have a character that helps keep you alive unless you are super hyper offensive. And people are starting to run that even more, especially with Ruin May, because if you break the enemy, they're not going to attack you as quickly as they were, and you can kind of loop that until you kill them or just straight up kill them before they attack again. But for those of you who don't hit as hard or still need a little bit of turns to kill the enemy, Fu Xuan has got you covered. Now let's go over her traces really quickly before I explain anything else. Actually, let's go over why I think you should start saving for Fu Xuan now. This banner, we have Dan Heng rerunning, and the next banners we have funny Jing Yun rerunning, right? This means that the next characters in line for rerunning are going to be Luocha and Fu Xuan herself. After that, it's going to be Jinglu and Topaz. This means more than likely during Acheron and Adventuring, we're going to have Luocha and Fu Xuan. At most, right? They could be funny and then run Luocha and Topaz, or Topaz and Jinglu, or Luocha and Jinglu, whatever they pick, right? They could do that, but then at that point, the next banners in 2.3, whoever they may be, could be Sunday, Robin, Firefly, Sam, maybe a character we don't even know yet. Clocky could be playable for all we know. At that point, it would be Topaz, Jinglu, and Fu Xuan, right? Whoever the two they didn't pick. So it's either next patch update or the patch after that. Fu Xuan. And Fu Xuan is surrounded by very interesting and fan favorite picks. Acheron is going to be probably one of their better selling banners. I know a lot of people are a fan of Adventuring. If they decide to drop like Sunday, Robin, Sam, Firefly, those are all, I wouldn't say all of them are fan favorites, but they're characters that people are invested into and really want. And if you throw Fu Xuan in any one of those spots, it's going to look a little dicey, right? Now, Fu Xuan, as of right now, is the best unit in my opinion, just because of what she does. If Adventuring turns out to be better, obviously this will change. But hey, all of your funds for Fu Xuan could just go to him instead, right? And this also works for Robin, Sam, whoever comes out and does a similar role to Fu Xuan around the time she's dropping, you could just switch to the other character, obviously. So this is still a W if she does get power crept, but I'd be shocked, right? Now let's go over Fu Xuan's kit really quickly. Fu Xuan's whole kit is when you E, you gain HP for your team and crit rate. She also distributes 65% of the damage to your team to her. So that means that your team takes less damage, and most of the damage is going to go to her. Including the fact that you get more HP and crit rate, this is just flat out a W. Like, they didn't even need to give you HP and crit rate. She just does that. Huge W. This means that you can get away with not having as much crit rate on your team. And if you're running someone like Blade, who is HP dependent, you get more HP. Big W, right? But that's not all. With her talent, All allies take 18% less damage, and if her HP fall below half, she recovers 90% of the damage the HP she is currently missing. Sorry, not the damage. This means she will pretty much full heal and then just be good to go for a while. And you can reset this by ulting. You can have 2 counts, and every time you heal, you take 1 count. So as long as you keep her ult up every time she heals, she'll just heal, you ult, you have the count back. She heals, you ult. And it's pretty easy to get her ult because one of her talents, every time she uses her skill while her skill's still up, you gain 20 extra energy. So if you're a little bit short, you just pop the skill and then you're good to go. And then, of course, her ultimate doesn't do anything off rip, but if you get one of her talents, when she ults, she heals all other allies equal to 5% of her max HP plus 133, so you can get her to be a little bit of a healer as well. It's not anything crazy, but it does help the team stay alive even longer, and most people don't run her with a healer because of this. And then there's one other thing she does. When you have the skill up, this is not the ult, just the skill. If a target enemy applies crowd control debuffs while Matrix of P Science is active, which is the skill, all eyes will resist all crowd control debuffs, not just one all, applied by the enemy target during the current action. This effect can only be triggered once. When Matrix of P Science is activated again, the number of times this effect can be triggered will be reset. So it's every time you use your E or your skill, you're resetting this. So you can't get like, if Cockroach tries to dominate an enemy, boom, you're good to go. If you get stunned, you're good to go. If you get frozen, you're good to go. It just resets everything. So not only do you have a unit who will give you HP and crit rate, a unit who will make your whole team take less damage, a unit that heals themselves when they absorb said damage, you have a unit who heals a tad bit on the ult, and of course Fushuan is quantum, and quite a bit of enemies are weak to quantum. So when you start with the basic attack, you can get a little bit of weakness break. And she does scale off her HP, so it'll do not much damage, but it'll do at least a little bit, right? Just because it does scale off HP. But overall, Fushuan is a beautifully designed unit. Honestly, my favorite unit. Next to Jinglu, of course. Big fan of Jinglu, but Fushuan is so nice. I'm so happy I pulled for her. I'd say she is a must for any account just because of how versatile she is. She's kind of just the whole sustained package in one. Now, you can get into some situations. I run into this on Swarm and Golden Gears where I will eventually lose all my HP because I don't have an actual healer, especially with Jinglu, who's constantly draining. So you do have to keep that in mind. In longer runs, Fushuan isn't going to be able to heal you to full, and you will eventually stack up the damage and then have no HP. But other than that, for like MOC, story and all that, she is absolutely perfectly fine. And of course, her light cone is so good. Let me pull it up real quickly. All right, so Fushuan's light cone increases her HP by 24%, increases her energy regeneration by 12, so you're even more likely to get her ult. When the wearer's HP is reduced, all allies' damage dealt increases by 9% for 2 turns, so she's giving damage to the whole team. And at the start of every wave, restores HP to all allies by an amount equal to 80% of the respective lost HP. You're giving Fushuan HP, which her heal scales off of that. Energy regen to get her ult faster, so you can, 1, heal your team and keep her restore health options up. Then you're getting damage, and then you're healing allies. Like, once you get her light cone, you're pretty much good to go. Like, she's really good, and her dupes are also extremely good, but I won't go into those because you don't really need those. Fushuan is kind of the full package all by herself, and then if you have her light cone, she's just chef's kiss, beautifully designed unit. She's cool, her animations are sick. I do recommend grabbing her if you don't have her. Let me know in the comments if you're already going to summon for Fushuan when she comes back. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if she's either with Acheron in that update, or she's the update after. I'm leaning towards the Acheron update just because they have thrown curveballs at us, especially with like Jingyun being the second banner, and he's only just now going to be rerunning. But the fact that her and Luocha are next up in line, I feel like one of them might be not included in the next update, but one of them, like, it's quite literally a 50-50 if Fushuan's going to be there. And since she is such a valuable unit, you definitely want to try and grab her. Now, of course, if you are hard saving for Acheron Adventuring, I'd say go for them. Obviously, summon for who you want, but for straight up utility and I guess meta, I think Fu Xuan is, if you don't have her, grab her if you can. Other than that, let me know if you're summoning on Fu Xuan, if you're going to save until she comes back. Let's say you already have her and you just want her light cone, like the position I'm in. Let me know in the comments, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Honkai Star Rail content, and I'll catch y'all in the next Star Rail video.